The Community Foundation was created to be a permanent charitable resource in Clark and Floyd County in southern Indiana, and we do that by helping donors create their personal, customized charitable funds, and we also have some unrestricted dollars that we use to better the lives of the residents of Clark and Floyd County. The Community Foundation is 34 years old next year, and in that time we've grown from just a few $1 million and a handful of charitable funds to over $160 million and nearly 300 charitable funds, and we've grown from making maybe, $100,000 in discretionary grants a year to where we now give away over $500,000 a year out of our own discretionary money, $6.5 million in grants every year out of all of our funds combined. That is something I hope just continues to grow because the majority of those grants stay right here in our local area and benefit our communities, and that is what we're here to do. We're different because there's very few organizations that are designed just to lift up and support all of the residents and improve the quality of life, the quality of place in our area. We don't actually have a program that we do or a specific service that we provide. We don't feed the hungry, we don't house the homeless, but we provide grant funding and support for the organizations that do.
The recovery complex, simply couldn't exist without partners like the Community Foundation of Southern Indiana that are going to make this type of facility available for people who are struggling with substance abuse, alcoholism, drug addiction, as well as their families. I can't overstate that this will be a resource for their families as well. We want to be a true community center for anything that is recovery related, where you can come and your group will be welcome. When you're new and you discover these principles to live by, and then you recover and you continue throughout your lifetime sharing these principles, that's really hard to measure, but it's certainly a very strong, positive force in the community that is centered at a place like the Recovery Complex or the Serenity House, where it began. Having organizations like the Community Foundation of Southern Indiana that support a mission like this, that's critical to having these type of resources in our community. It's one of the leading problems that our country is facing: substance abuse, alcoholism, drug addiction, tears families apart, overdose deaths, leaves motherless and fatherless children. And so a place like the Recovery Complex and the Serenity House as well, having that as a resource in our community, the value of that can't be understated. Insert the Community Foundation of Southern Indiana, the grant that we received from them will go such a long way towards helping us fulfill and get the building finished.
Generational impact is important because a lot of grant dollars, sometimes it's here today, it's spent, and then next year, 10 years from now, you're looking at what was the impact of that grant really. We're looking to make grants that are going to still be having an impact years from now, still be making that difference, still be helping those folks in our community that need the help. Some things that people might not know about the Community Foundation are all the different facets of what we do. We do donor grant making. We help people set up their own charitable funds that do their charitable wishes, sometimes for generations. We also do grant making, helping people make their grants, doing our own discretionary grant making in the community so that we can better the lives of our citizens. And we also do the leadership role. And if you've only ever gotten a grant from the Community Foundation, you know us as a grant maker. And if you've worked with us to set up your personal fund, you know us as your partner in your own philanthropy. And if you've been a community leader and you've sat in on one of these convenings that we do and you've gotten to share your opinions and hear others, you know us as a community leader and a convener. Well, the Community Impact Fund, one of its great beauties is its complete flexibility to address community needs and priorities, whatever those are at the time. I can tell you that when COVID hit, overnight, we turned money in this fund into a COVID relief fund, and within probably 2 weeks, we had nearly $1 million that had been contributed by the community to help us. And you know why? It was because everybody wanted to do something, if you remember, when everything shut down, and no one knew what to do, but they trusted us to help to figure that out, and our board was able to use funds from that community impact fund to address those needs. And so those kinds of things that are unplanned that happen, we're responsive to. Changes overall in the economy, changes in the way we do things. 34 years ago, if we'd wanted to increase technology in the classroom, we would have bought more blackboards. Now we're doing all kinds of different things to increase technology in the classroom that couldn't have been envisioned then. That's the beauty of this fund. It just keeps us responsive and flexible and able to answer whatever those needs and priorities are.
Habitat, we seek to build community one block at a time. That's kind of our mission statement. So our buyers, once they qualify for a mortgage loan, they have to do what we call sweat equity. So 250 hours in the classroom on the build site. They learn about home maintenance, they learn about financial literacy, and they learn about community involvement. So our goal is to make the most qualified buyers that we can possibly educate and bring into the community. And then we partner with the community. Every house has about 200 volunteers on site. We seek to get in-kind donations. We seek to get cash and financial support to help build every home. The way that the Community Foundation has supported Habitat has been instrumental. So we have a large project in Jeffersonville that is in Spring Hill Station. We were asking them to believe in us and say that, we were gonna do what we say we were gonna do, and they were willing to partner with us. They gave us a $100,000 grant in 2022 that allowed us to build the first couple of houses out there. We really need partnerships like the Community Foundation because it shows that if they believe in us, then you should believe in us too. Community Needs Assessment is a partnership between IUS and the Community Foundation, and the number 2 community need that came out of that was affordable housing. It really is a critical need within our community, and it's one of the top funding needs, and with their support, we were able to help tackle that need one house at a time. I just really appreciate the role that Community Foundation plays in our community because we can't do what we do without funding, and we really need organizations like the Community Foundation that are out there in the community, that are telling people what they're doing, that are showing people this is what the need and this is what we believe we should be funding. They allow people to be educated on what the best needs are, and then they also allow people to get informed because they do a great job from their marketing standpoint with their social media to reach the community in ways that small nonprofits like ours can't get to.
So one of the great things about working with the Community Foundation for your personal philanthropy is that we can provide something for everyone. If you're just starting out and you need a fund that starts out with a low balance, but you can make grants when you want, we can do that. If you want to get family members, children, grandchildren involved in thinking about philanthropy from the family's viewpoint, we can help you do that. If you want to leave something in a will or an estate plan that's going to benefit your community down the road when you're no longer here, we can help you do that. We can help you address life events, sale of a business, an inheritance, new job, big promotion. We can help with all of that. Tax benefits are one big aspect of working with us, but the other big aspect is helping you become a philanthropist when you might not have thought that was really possible. What I like about my job is that I get to get up every single day and help generous, charitable people in our community achieve things they probably never thought was going to be possible with their charitable investment. And that is my favorite thing to do, to work with a donor, maybe their professional advisor, to create philanthropy that is going to keep them excited, get them excited, and help them to make a real impact in the community.